Greetings, parents. I wanted to touch base with you, let you know that the report cards are coming out this Wednesday, and give you some information about how the report cards are working for you. The concepts in that we're reporting on, I start out and I give you an overview of all those kinds of things that we've done, but the actual reporting itself is really focused on bigger concepts. And so instead of saying specifics like able to multiply two digits, those very specific details, they're more about the understandings of topics and things that go with that. The rating scale that we use, we've eliminated the letter grades because the letter grades don't really mean an awful lot. Yes, an A may be better than a B, but that doesn't say how you can get better or what needs to be worked on. So we're focusing on not yet meeting is clearly stating that the goal that was intended is not being met yet. Developing, it's on its way. Now that could be from just starting to almost got it. Meeting means that for a grade 6, at the end of grade 6, this would be the skills that they should have and that they're in that place. Exceeding is that they've gone beyond. So if they were coming into grade 7 right now, they'd be ready for grade 7 in that skill area or beyond that. And that there's something that's demonstrated how they fit with that. Now we're just starting a new unit. It's a really exciting unit. We're doing a virtual or a fake or a pretend field trip to South America in the Amazon, in Brazil and Venezuela. And the goal is that we have students look at how things work outside of our own culture, outside of our own first world experiences, and that we travel to an indigenous tribe in the Amazon. There's many things that are in there. The trees in particular, there's 16,000 different species of trees in the Amazon. So huge, huge opportunities for learning. And students will be working in groups. Within the groups, each student will be able to do what we call Genius Hour. And Genius Hour allows them to become an expert in something they're really interested in. So it's a passion that they might have. So if they're really interested in a specific kind of frog, they're going to get a chance to look at that frog, learn about the frog, and then share their learning with the rest of the class. So we'll have 25 different projects in our class, and that's how we'll learn about the different parts. The nice thing about learning this way is it really fits with real life experiences. Usually we learn things that we need to do in skill sets that are common to everybody. But as we move on in our life, we will learn things that are important to us because there's a reason for them to be important, and we need to know that information. And we also need to know how to share it. So this format will work really well as a life skill for the students. Another part while they're doing this is that they're going to be keeping a travel journal. And the best part of a travel journal is they're role playing and acting the role. They've done some research on flying from Vancouver or Seattle down to Manaus in Brazil, traveling up the river, possibly staying in a hotel, what it would be like for that, having to hire guides, and going up and visiting a contacted tribe of the Yanomami. There's about 35,000 Yanomami still in existence, but their average in their village and that, it's up to 100 people in the village. But within that, there's nobody else around for miles and miles or kilometers and kilometers around. The average density for people in the Amazon is only 2 for every square kilometer. And that's a huge, huge amount of empty space that's very natural. So we're hoping the students will get to understand a little bit about that, and they'll be writing from those perspectives of what they're learning from their Genius Hour, working with their group and writing those things, as well as a core piece we want them to understand is they're going to the Amazon to be helpful. They're giving back. They're caring for others in the world that are in a different place than we are. So just wanted to bring you up on where we're going to. I'll give a little tidbit. In January, we're going to be working a lot more with salmon. We've done a few things with salmon already. And throughout this year, we're asking questions. So this question was, how can we have an impact in a global community, is the piece for working in December. And in September or January, we're going to look at what would happen if all of the salmon in the Fraser River were gone. So we're going to look at a huge amount of things that fall into that category. Our fishing industries, the wildlife, so many different things would be affected by the salmon not being in there. They're called a keystone species in our river, and most of the natural resources would not actually survive without the salmon. So it'll be really interesting to see what they learn in the process of that.